We just watched Nobody.
It only took us 2 days.
Because our internet went out last night. That's not our fault. Anyways, overall, I enjoyed it. I mean, who doesn't love Bob Odenkirk? I feel like he has a very natural, sympathetic, because he's like this everyday man. Good action. You like the characters, but I mean, there wasn't a ton of character development. I feel like they just did really good with the casting. I kind of liked the 80s quality to it. We're literally watching it in preparation for the second one. Anything else you want to say about the gist? That's our dog running after a
I can't believe
squirrel.
they made that whole movie on a $1 million budget. $16 million, sorry. No, it was really good. Really great choreography. Director loves to do interesting fades where he zooms in and then zooms out and you're in a different scene.
Yeah, I forgot there was definitely, I was telling James when the movie first started, they had kind of this montage of his day-to-day life over and over again, and it just was such effective visual storytelling of having you get this is his kind of mundane life over and over and over again, which so often in movies that don't do that well, they try to, tell you about it instead of just show you it. And even that shot with him and his wife in the beginning where it's showing like the metaphorical and literal distance between them with them in the car, I really, really like that shot.
Yeah. Short ass movie.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Hour and a half.
Yeah, it's nice that they sometimes action films, you go into it knowing, you want to see action, so, it was nice that they were able to cut out probably a half an hour's worth of explaining too much, which some action films get stuck in, thinking that the audience really needs a detailed explanation as to how characters came to be or what their stakes are, and this film did a great job of just having
explaining every little bit about their past.
You get all that pretty easily. And the times that he did explain a little bit about his past, it was always really funny because whoever he was explaining it to, it just was like he'd already killed him or something, which was funny.
Okay, can we talk about spoilers? Because there's just a couple nitpicky things.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, don't keep listening. Pause it now. Pause it now. Pause it now.
You go above and beyond with this is where everyone's frantically trying to pause the podcast.
What if they're driving? I'm giving them a couple beats. Okay, so here's my only nitpicking thing. I really, really enjoyed it. And like I said, I don't think it would have been anything if it didn't have Bob Odenkirk, right? Like, I don't think that his character, the way they created it, was necessarily super multidimensional, but I think who he was and what he brought to it was that. And it's like, I didn't think that the actual like inciting incident of what happened and the extreme of what he took it to was very realistic. I get that obviously movie, but the thing of like, I don't think they needed him being robbed. I don't necessarily think they needed the thing of him being robbed. I think they could have literally just went from him being upset, you knew there was something going on, and then I just thought it was a little extreme, what he did to all the Russians is what I'm trying to say.
Him getting payback for the robbery was kind of like a bit of character building to kind of show that he was struggling with whether he wanted to get back into the life or not. He obviously was tempted, so that's why he went out and did it in the first place, because he finds that, obviously he enjoys doing this stuff, like he likes to get revenge and payback and take out bad guys.
It felt like,
so when he discovered that like the people that robbed him weren't really bad guys, they were just desperate, he was like, well shit, I gotta get out of here. And he's like, well, now I've got all this pent up rage that I gotta,
No,
hey,
that's
me.
my
I got
point.
These,
Is like
punk ass kids I can beat the shit out of. But
like
but it was
those
just
guys
kinda,
were assholes and pieces of shit, but I feel like it was too extreme. I was kind of like, whoa, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but that's who he is. He's this extreme psychopath that is hired by the government.
Okay,
to kill
it's okay
bad
if we
guys.
don't agree on this.
How could they have gotten into the storyline differently?
It showed. I feel like it just was like a very extreme midlife example of like he's having a midlife crisis. Now he's gonna beat the shit out of these guys on this bus.
That's the fun of it.
No, baby, I agree that those guys are pieces of shit. But all I'm saying is if they had one or two things happen or one or two specific things where it really had you get how horrible these guys were, like maybe they started to mess with the chick or like slapped her around her a little bit, then it would have been more justified. That's all I'm saying.
It maybe just shows you how crazy he is, that he would just do that to anybody.
Yeah, but then that's not really his character. Because he like saved the bus woman and the whatever thing, you know what I mean? So that's just
He's got layers, we'll say that.
Okay, obviously me and James don't agree, and James likes to speak about his opinion like it's the only truth of something. All I'm saying is that part was just a little off for me. It was just like, holy shit. And there was one more thing. Oh, I loved how he adult Home Alone the factory. That was really cool. Adult Home Alone. I loved his dad and like how his dad like used to be part of whatever he was part of and like having his shotgun and stuff ready.
And that they came to save the day.
I want to know more because we're going to go see the second one today of how much his wife knows about his.
She knows a lot.
Yeah, because she used to like clean him up. Sorry, our dog is stretching right now and being really cute. I really liked a lot of like the 80s songs and the kind of 80s element of everything. And one more thing. This is just more of like a general action movie thing. Because I have a friend who works at this like custom car company. And he pimps out these cars to make them like bulletproof and stuff for like people who are really, really wealthy. How come in all of these action movies, all these like mega billionaire people who obviously get in like things, none of their cars are bulletproof?
Well, because they're not mega billionaires and they can't pay with everything with cash. That stuff's expensive. You can't go to a custom place and plop down $1 million in cash without getting questions.
Who says? Well, if they've laundered the money. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
If we've learned anything from Breaking Bad, it's hard to launder that much money. It takes time.
Okay, thanks so much for listening to the Sacred Storytelling Podcast with frequent guest, my husband.
# go see Barbarian.
I'm not going to let you do these with me anymore if you keep promoting Barbarian. Please subscribe to my channel. Please engage and share with people. You can leave me a review. Until next time.